According to a survey, only about 28% of parents ask their children to do regular chores. Another study found that 82% of adults reported having regular chores when they were children, but only 28% of them said that they asked their own kids to do the same. In a different survey, about 70% of children said they don't have regular chores. Research shows that children who don't have regular chores are less likely to develop a sense of responsibility and may struggle with time management and organization later in life. Today, I'm talking about why you should not pay your children to do chores. Now, I know what you're thinking. But Rach, if I don't pay my kids to do chores, how will they learn the value of money? Let me tell you why that logic is flawed. In times past, when most families lived on farms, doing chores was not an option. It was a way of life. However, a recent study shows that in today's world, most American kids aren't expected to do much housework. There are many theories for this, from technology to overindulged children. But before you dismiss the idea of assigning chores to your kids, consider this. One study by the University of Minnesota found that kids who participated in household chores when they were small were more likely to achieve important milestones, such as getting a degree and starting a career. Children who have regular chores are more likely to have higher self-esteem, they feel more capable and confident, and have better relationships with their family members. These statistics show that having children do regular chores is important for their development and overall well-being. So if you want your children to succeed, getting them to do chores plays a huge role in that. But you should never pay them to do chores. Never. And here's why. Firstly, paying your kids to do chores creates an unhealthy dynamic. They start to view chores as a way to earn money rather than as a responsibility they have as members of the household. This can lead to them negotiating for higher pay, slacking off when they feel they aren't being compensated enough, or even refusing to do chores altogether. Think about it. You are giving your children money for doing things they should be doing anyway. It's like paying them for breathing. Eventually, they'll start to expect to get paid for everything they do, and that's not a good thing. Secondly, paying your kids to do chores can be expensive. If you have multiple kids and a long list of chores that need to be done, you could end up shelling out a lot of cash. Plus, if you're paying your kids for every little thing, it could quickly add up and put a dent in your own finances. Thirdly, paying your kids to do chores can actually hinder their development. Children need to learn how to be responsible and contribute to the household without expecting monetary compensation. By paying them for every little thing they do, you're not teaching them these valuable life skills. For example, a parent might say, "I'm not paying you," when their child fails to make their bed. However, what if the child decides that losing $10 is a fair price to avoid making their bed or taking out the trash? This approach could create discipline issues and cause other problems in the future. So instead, use other methods of discipline and keep payment and chores separate. What should you do instead? You can set up a system where your kids can earn rewards or privileges for completing their chores without being told. For example, they could earn screen time, a special dessert, or a trip to the park. This way, they're still being rewarded for their hard work, but they're not developing an unhealthy relationship with money. You may say, "My children would never do chores unless there was some payment involved." The good news is that it's easy to even get young children involved in doing simple chores. If you've ever seen a toddler try to imitate you while washing dishes or dusting, you know they are eager to help. Take advantage of this fleeting attitude by assigning them a simple task, such as putting away their shoes or hanging up their coats. Make sure they stick to it every day and praise them when they do it without prompting. When possible, invite them to help with other tasks, even harder tasks, such as drying a few plastic dishes or helping to cook. Don't worry about perfection. The goal here is to make chores a part of their routine, not to have a spotless house. Now, by assigning chores to your children, you are teaching them valuable life skills such as responsibility and hard work. Do not hesitate to involve your kids in household chores, even if it means sacrificing a perfectly clean house. In the long run, it will pay off with your children achieving important milestones in their lives. Paying your children to do chores is not the best approach. Instead, focus on teaching them the value of responsibility and contributing to the household without expecting monetary compensation. And who knows, maybe one day they'll thank you for it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one.